All right, guys, as everyone trickles in here,
What was that, Big T?
actually, Inna, your mic is very loud.
Is it? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It sounds like you might be in a washing machine.
Guys, it's raining, I'm so sorry.
That's what it is.
Close and it's massive storm outside. I'll mute myself.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just had to adjust the volume a little bit.
Oh, sorry for that.
All good, all good. So, guys, we will have a bit of a change up today, but right now we're just going to have a bit of casual conversation as everyone starts to trickle in. Let's see, we've got Red. Keeping an eye out on the team and pulling them up as they also join too. You guys know the go. Just a few minutes and we'll begin.
Can you hear me?
Sure can. All right. Cool. All right. I believe they'll be jumping on in just a moment. So it's raining where you are, Inna. A bit of a storm, is it?
Yeah, I know. Like it's great. It's sunny. It's really sunny. But
Wow.
at the same time, it's just a massive storm. So, and I can't do anything about it. Like all my doors are closed and everything. But
Yeah. Now,
oh well.
where are you based at the moment? What
I'm
country?
in Phuket, Thailand.
Oh, yeah. So you got that tropical, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, there's not many places where it's the sun's shining and it's pouring with rain. So
I know. Is there anyone in the audience based in Thailand?
oh, good question.
Give us a little wave.
Definitely going through the same right now.
Yeah.
I knew they'd be partying in Thailand, said Bronx. it's a solo party, I think, Bronx at the moment.
At the moment. Thank
Hey,
you.
Tempo. Wonderful. We're starting to get a few more people in now, so that's great. Do you know what? I actually really love the rain, especially in like a warmer climate. I find it really soothing. So I'd love, like, for example, like sitting under a patio, working on my laptop and just having the rain pouring behind me. Obviously, it's not the best for AMAs or any sort of like meeting. But yeah, I find it really soothing. I just like zone out and keep working, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it keeps you indoors for sure, so you can't really get,
Yeah.
away from.
There's no escape. Cool. So, and we've got Cryptonaut here as well. Awesome. We're starting to get a stacked little cast going. So for those of you that don't know, some of our core team members that are usually here in the call, in the AMA, they are on the big grand tour at the moment. So I believe they're in Dubai at the moment, and we'll probably touch on that a little bit later. So what that means is we're going to have a slightly different format, not too strange today, and I think it's going to be quite an interesting listen. So welcome, guys. This is the LayerOneX Season 1, Episode 9. We're going to, once again, fill out the 60 minutes. But if we do finish early, that's just a bit more time we get to give back to you. So give me just a moment and I will navigate back to... So we have been, as you guys have probably heard in the last AMA, it's been all hands on. The team has been growing massively in the last few weeks, especially. Like, even I think I've been here for a month now, and in that time, the team has grown like 4 times the size. So it is really bullish to see, right? because we've got a range of talented people now coming on board with all their experiences quite interesting. And so we've got quite a concoction of talent at the moment. And so we're going through it right now and putting everything into a big, massive plan for L1X. So it's quite exciting. And you can see, a few new faces maybe up in this cast quite soon. Let me just do a little scout out in the audience and see if we're missing anyone else yet. I believe that is everyone at the moment. Cool. So what I might do to kick things off is we might pass the mic over to Cody. Cody, sorry, Cryptonaut. What's been happening on your end? I think no, he is there. He is there.
Too many browsers open.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, so last week we announced that the Light Wallet has been sent to the developers. They're in the process of testing it. They're making a few adjustments to the interface of it right now. Mm-hmm. And then we'll begin kind of rolling that out to a few internal people to start testing, and then we'll keep expanding from there. That's priority number one. The next thing we're working on, we're actually starting to work on kind of another iteration of the wallet in itself, kind of like version 1.25. And that is going to be one of our main focuses, that we're going to be constantly upgrading and making changes to optimize the wallet experience, not only for the Light Wallet, but for the Premium Wallet, which we'll kind of talk about more in June, July-ish, and what that will look like. But soon enough, the Light Wallet will be out and everybody can start playing with that. We're also working on a couple of other things. We're starting to compile and build out some stuff for the gaming side of things, which is going to be awesome and exciting as we talk to different types of games that will hopefully come on sooner rather than later. And so that's kind of where we're at.
Perfect. Very exciting. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that Light Wallet. Even us internally, we're getting quite a buzz around it because it really is the next step, especially with the user experience. So it's awesome to hear some of those updates. Thanks for sharing. Cool. So what we might do as well is we might bring... Oh, Tempo is there up in the top left corner. Tempo, you've been pretty busy lately, both on and off the screen. I know that you've also been in a AMA recently. We've got another person fumbling through browsers. It's too many screens and not too many pages, not enough screens. Perhaps Bunny Arrow may be able to prompt Tempo. But what we could do instead is we might introduce some of the new faces that we do have here. So we do have Bunny Arrow. Bunny Arrow is actually our head of marketing and brand operations. Feel free to unmute yourself and jump up and say hi.
Just up. Hi everyone. I'm super excited to be here. I've just joined the team at LayerOneX and incredibly excited about this new project. I've come from a big brand experience. I worked for Quicksilver back in the day and spent a lot of time at Nike. I actually introduced Nike Skate. I was on the first team to develop that product in California. So, I bring a lot of big brand experience, which I think is quite different for this space. Often a lot of the marketing or marketers are very blockchain heavy, if you like, or crypto heavy. I don't come with a heap of crypto experience, but what I do is bring something different to the marketing. So as I said, I've just joined. We've also got a new CMO that's just joined us too. He can't be on this call today or this AMA, but he will be on the next one. And he has a ton of crypto experience. His name is John Herzik, and he's been involved in a number of projects, getting them off the ground. So we're super excited to have him on board. And what he has been doing is getting us a lot of media attention. So maybe Big Turns, you might want to tell the crowd what's been happening, where LayerOneX has been on TV recently.
Yeah. So actually, this is a perfect. So once again, absolutely wonderful having Bunny Arrow. Also, you might hear us refer to her as L on the team. As you can see, comes from a wonderful array of experiences. Especially, I think what's bullish about it is understanding how to have a cultural impact, and we know Nike has been brilliant at that. So that's like a transferable experience for the crypto scene, because we are very much culture heavy. So yeah, wonderful. Thanks for introducing yourself, Elle, or Bunny Arrow. And we do have our new CMO on board too, John, as well. So hopefully you guys will meet him soon. But we've been busy, and perhaps, I don't know if this is something Tempo would like to maybe expand on a little bit. And I know as well, you've also been in that AMA as well, Tempo.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, thanks. Well, it has been, we've been firing from all sides of the planet at the moment. As we all know, we've had Spark and Chief, and now we've got Kevin away as well, about to host the Indian Hackathon, which is going to be a huge event where developers get to really have a look at what LayerOneX can do and experience the new developer portal. On the media side, we had a few big things last week. Chief and Spark appeared on the NASDAQ show. And this show was organised by our new CMO, and essentially it's a real look at sort of absolutely innovative projects, and it's really hard to get on, and they met with us and just wanted to get on. And that actually coincided with an AMA that Spark was supposed to go on, which I actually stepped up on and did my first AMA with Cointelegraph. So I don't know if you heard that, but that was a fantastic experience. What it was on the back of the ABCs of Crypto report that we were part of, and we got to sort of share that space with a few great projects, and it was really, really interesting hearing, because the ABCs of Crypto was really looking at NFTs, was looking at DeFi, and it was also looking at sort of the latest developments in the past 12 months in crypto. And what we found really interesting was some of the developments were looking at sort of scaling the current systems, like the ZK rollups on Ethereum, and just the different developments for that. And what I found interesting sitting on the AMA with all these fantastic projects is that everyone was talking about building on the current blockchains, but it was a real revelation to people to see that in an interconnected blockchain, just how much bigger and better their dApps could be by actually allowing this X-Talk, this seamless interoperability. All blockchains and all dApps and all users will benefit, because the dApps built on any blockchain, if they're connected with us via X-Talk, they actually can access a much bigger market, that 80% of the entire blockchain TVL that we've been talking about. And it was really fantastic. And during the Cointelegraph AMA, and also the follow-up after, to be connecting with these projects, fantastic projects and blockchains that heard what we could do and wanted to be a part of it. So one of the blockchains featured on there was the Casper network, which is an EVM compatible blockchain, and they've got a specific focus. And we've actually connected with them because they want to begin talks about leveraging our X talk so that they can scale and deliver more to their users, more to their dApps. And they got it. And it was fantastic to be, this really collaborative space where they can see that if they access this sort of X talk, if they are part of this connected blockchain ecosystem, then they will scale, they will grow, and they will deliver a safer, more secure and better experience, not only for their dApps, but their users. So I loved the experience. I loved hearing about other projects, and I certainly know conversations that the problems that blockchain are dealing with at the moment, they're trying to scale existing disconnected blockchains, but actually we're trying to connect those blockchains. So they're working on one part of an issue, but that really that Xtalk connectivity, more and more and more, I just see how powerful it is, not just for LayerOneX, not just for the utility, the L1X token, but also for the entire ecosystem. And that was really exciting. So, I've been on another AMA since, and I've got to say I quite enjoy them. So I don't know, I'm not a patch on Spark, but I'll definitely be his wingman on that. I mean, it's just really good. We are going to have to sort of divide and conquer a bit more because we are getting more and more media attention. We are certainly looking to scale that, and certainly with our new team coming in, it's really it's going to happen faster. And as Bunny Arrow or El mentioned earlier, and Big Turns has mentioned, John, our new CMO, comes in with such a huge amount of connections in the industry. And we've also got a new team member, our head of gaming, who actually has been part of the Avalanche launch and things like that. So we've got some really incredible experience joining our team. And we're just finalising, John's come in with some fantastic ideas in terms of scaling our launch. So it feels like the calm before the storm, but also we are definitely getting more and more media attention. We're definitely increasing our outreach just in PR and that sort of thing. And stick with us because it's just getting more and more and more exciting.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thanks for sharing that with us. And you're very right. Things are starting to warm up now. We're starting to get people reach out to us, which is a big sign of things to come, right? And so, all eyes are starting to turn towards LayerOneX. And this is sort of the expectation as well that we were trying to set. It's always important to set the appropriate expectations, but marketing campaigns do take a little time to warm up a bit, and it allows for us to test and iterate, see what works and what doesn't, what is going to respond well, and usually, once you start getting a bit of coverage, things pick up. And so right now we're going through that as we speak. So thanks so much for sharing, Tempo. I know you've been super busy, like I said, on and off the screen. So we really appreciate you and your hard work.
I love these AMAs. I always learn a lot, and it's a great chance to see the comments, the questions, and yes, we're lining up all the ducks, guys. Fear not. Like we're really getting all the plan in action, all the ducks in a row. So when we press go, we're going to go, so it's exciting time.
I think it was interesting to see too with Sparks and Chief in the UAE recently, the media attention we got there too. So we were on Arabic CNN on the finance show, and we also appeared on a number of their websites. I couldn't read it. It was in Arabic, but it was a very good write-up. And again, it was talking about X-Talk and the revolution of what it brings to us, having this cross chain direct interoperability, which just hasn't happened before. So it's just getting the world really excited about what blockchain can be. And they're finally, I think, with this new tech, understanding how it can really drive industry forward. So it was super exciting to see that that we got attention over in the UAE as well, and some quite successful events happened over there too. So it was great to see.
Yeah, definitely. I heard the same. I heard that it was a big hit over there, so it's great to see. Great to see that impact. But yeah, so the leg of the tour is not over yet. They're still having those meeting with some pretty important and interesting people. So the boys are still out there, and they'll be back, I think, in a few weeks. But in the meantime, we've been holding down the homestead here at the headquarters, and as I said, you wouldn't even notice because the team's growing so quickly. We have so many people now on board. Things are quite chaotic with all the operations underway. So brilliant. Thanks, guys, for touching on that. All right, so let me get back to the agenda. I believe as well that's not the only event that is happening. At the moment, we also are working towards a hackathon over in India, and we might bring Inna up to have a little chat about that, because I know we got some exciting things underway.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dave.
I see the rain's calmed down a little bit, so that's always a good sign.
I know, I'm so lucky. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So as Bunny Arrow and Tempo mentioned, the guys are on their interoperability world tour at the moment, and it goes really, really great. They're flying to Singapore today, and then after Singapore, they're visiting me here in Thailand. So great. And then afterwards, we are heading to India. We are heading to Pune, where we will organize hackathon event, which will be absolutely amazing, and will grant loads of opportunities to developers, and it will give chance to developers to gain understanding of the LayerOneX protocol and its unique features. It will also allow developers to build first interoperable smart contracts, which is revolutionary, really. And also, developers will be able to learn about LayerOneX. Obviously, there will be some workshops held, and we also will get developers up to speed with our virtual machine, which is, extremely great. And we will grant access to backend technology for faster and more efficient smart contract execution. So overall, developers can find information on Hackathon event, which will be on the 27th of May. Sorry, I missed that bit of very important information. 27th of May in Pune, in India. And developers can find information on it on our website and join a wait list.
Awesome. Very exciting.
Pune, everyone. You've got to pronounce it Pune.
That's it.
It's a town. It's a town 3 hour Pune. It's a town about 3 hours north of Mumbai, and the event is on the 27th. Inna is correct, and it's going to be at the Ritz-Carlton. So if anyone is interested, as Inna said, all the information is on the website, and you can apply to be accepted into the hackathon, and the whitelist is on there too. I think probably breakfast, lunch and dinner is included, so we're throwing that in. We're also looking at a range of other activities, so it should be a great event.
Yeah, I'm sharing a link for waitlist in the chat if anyone is interested. So there it is.
Perfect. You can't miss May 27th because that is Harambe's birthday. So you know when that day comes, we are doing the hackathon. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, guys, for sharing. And, you know, these hackathons are quite an exciting experience because you don't necessarily know what you're going to get out of them. So, because essentially you're putting, you know, this wonderful advanced technology in the hands of many very capable developers. And so, you know, this is a great experience and an opportunity for us to really see, you know, how this resonates and what can come out of it. And the great thing about this is we are going to continue to do hackathons as well. And so each and every time they're going to drastically improve. So it's very, very exciting. And we're very excited to get the first one underway.
And
Yeah,
another thing, sorry. Another thing that they're going to be testing at the hackathon is the introduction of the developer toolbox. And this is a really comprehensive toolkit for developers to be able to access you know, how to develop, how to easily develop on LayerOneX, whether it be, you know, building a new protocol from scratch or changing RPC codes to become a LayerOneX protocol, which changes a couple of lines of code and your whole protocol can become an L1X one. But this is going to be a really interactive portal for developers to very much form their own community, share ideas, work in a collaborative way, because at our absolute core, LayerOneX is built to unite. Like that's our value system, and that's being put into every bit of what we're building here. So this dev portal will be a real place for collaboration, for information, and for really accessible, easy to use. And those sort of tools haven't really been supplied before in blockchain. So we're looking to in layer ones, excuse me. So we're really looking to make this an absolutely incredible and easy to use and easily accessible resource for devs. And so that's also being launched at Hackathon. So yeah, that's another exciting thing that devs can easily access.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you.
Sorry,
Ina,
to follow Tempo's ideas and you know, information that she provided. Also, it will allow developers to find mentors and assist each other. And we're all aware that working together is, you know, much better than working alone.
Sure is. So guys, if you are in town for that event, by all means, please do attend. But we'll be sharing with you guys as many updates as we can, so you can almost feel like you're there. Wonderful. Okay, I'm just
I don't know if you're
over.
talking, but you're on mute.
Oh, well, I felt like I just did really well then, but apparently not. Yeah, appreciate it. I'm muted. Yeah, I was just saying, if anyone is there, by all means, feel free to drop by. But if you're not, we're going to try and keep you guys updated as much as possible, so you feel like you're almost there. It doesn't quite have the same impact the second time around, I'll tell you that. Brilliant, awesome. So we might, I think we've gone through all of the team here. So what we could do is we could flick it over to community questions. I know, Red, this might be something for you to lead, but guys, just keep in mind we do not have Merkel Roo, we do not have Spark, and we do not have Chief today. Usually the heavy hitters for the questions, so we'll do our best. But if it is not within our wheelhouse, we might have to refer those to the next AMA.
Okay, I'll try to pick some of them that may be able to answer on the other team members. So I do have one from Danbox. It says, is the team targeting a few flagship projects on other chains specifically to move across and help without adoption? If so, what is the timing? If this is being done, making it known can help create a wave of movement.
I'll take that one. The answer is yes. We can't really disclose at this point which ones we are bringing over, but there are multiple chains of projects that we are currently in talks with to see how we can collaborate and unite them with opportunities to expand their projects and things.
Yeah, thanks for that, Crypto Naut. And I think across the board, that's our general understanding as well, is the best way to grow our community is to tap into the other ones, and especially these massive communities that are highly respected, and bringing them into our project and educating them along the way. So, slightly derailing, but it is important to point out that's our general approach across the board. And yeah, we're definitely best believe we're definitely considering all avenues on that front.
Okay, good job. I have another one from, let's see, Jay Rush. Are there plans to optimize the L1X wallet page for mobile when mainnet is released? The testnet site is troublesome on the iPhone.
Sounds like I'm up again. Yeah. The short answer is yes. We are focused on obviously trying to get the wallets completely done 100%, so we know those are good to go. And then we'll be reworking all of the experiences before mainnet launch.
Is there any alpha you can drop on wallet information? I guess there's you did say that there will be a kind of a working basic model, I guess, if you want to call it.
Trust me, it's on the end of my tongue. I really want to drop alpha, but I don't know if I can at this time. Stay tuned for the next couple of AMAs because we might be able to drop some alpha then.
We almost got him, guys. We almost got the alpha on the wallet. But no, but very exciting. I think everyone will be super looking forward to that when it comes. It'll definitely be an exciting bit of news, exciting bit of alpha. Guys, if you do have any other questions, feel free to also drop them in the chat here. I see a lot of people typing at the moment. Good L says, yay, my morning birthday present. This is referring to the 27th of May. So yeah, happy birthday for the 27th. And it's great that you'll have a bit of alpha to follow along with on that day too. So I see. Yes, so Crypto Psycho who was asked a question here. Do you think we could broadcast live on YouTube the Perth blockchain event L1X will be attending? As I know this will really make the world community feel inclusive and create community engagement. So, I won't speak to that particular event at this moment, but what I can say is this is something that we're considering across the board, and I don't want to speak out of turn here. We do have to confirm internally, but we are considering doing this with some of the events coming up. If anyone else here knows a confirmation on that, by all means, speak up and let us know. But I did hear rumblings that this is within our scope. So.
Yeah, as many events as we can live stream, we will be. We're definitely live streaming the Pune Hackathon. So we'll have footage of that up to the minute streaming. So stay tuned for that. And yes, any of the events that are local, we definitely will be doing our best to stream them as well. Stay tuned. As much as possible, we will certainly be streaming. And because Perth is our hometown, little old Perth. We certainly want to try and embrace the community here and make an impact. It's super important for us to be involved in Blockchain Australia and the community in WA that's been very supportive of the project. And we even got a meeting with the Premier of our state, which was super exciting too. So looking forward to chatting about that, because we do have a relationship with the University of Western Australia, which is in one of the top 50 universities of the world. It does give us some really good validation in what we're trying to do to have them on board as supporting us as well. So yeah, stay tuned.
Definitely. Yeah, pretty exciting. We're starting to get into every single little space, so it's inevitable, really. L1X is going to be the next big thing. So yeah, I mean, I can see here, for example, like, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to bring it up because I wanted him to be present, but we do also have a new head of gaming. So he, hopefully we could introduce him maybe alongside John on the next AMA, but this is usually quite a difficult time for him because his time zone's 4 hours behind us, so this would make it 5 o'clock in the morning for him. So we'll have to do some sucking up and get him to jump up bright and early in the morning, because he's a wonderful individual that has quite a wealth of knowledge in Web3 and gaming, and him and I actually have quite a similar background. So we kicked it off pretty well from the get-go. So I know you guys would absolutely love hearing from him. But yeah, so if there are any other questions, guys, feel free to drop them in. Red, if there's anything else there for us to go over, by all means, bring it forward.
I don't see anything for this crowd yet left. But if anybody wants to can raise their hand if they want to come up on stage, give any comments, questions, thoughts on how things are proceeding, what we've accomplished so far, and just your overall sense of excitement going forward for the project.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be great to hear from people about your, how you got onboarded to L1X, how it sort of it came upon your radar, and if you have any friends and whatnot, and sort of how you envision, the future moving forward for L1X, where you can see those opportunities. By all means, feel free to put your hand up and we can bring you up.
I've just seen Dirk Oz, Dirk Oz, I see you out there in the socials all the time. So thanks for your contribution. And your comment is keen to see the coordination of marketing on multiple media channel messages, and completely agree. One of the things that we're building for our community, and I can't give the specific details, but let's just say there's going to be a lot of rewards and a lot of interaction, and we're all going to go on an expedition together. And this expedition,
I like that alpha there.
Yeah, we are. We're going to do it, and this is what. So this is what we're just for our community, and just to absolutely enable and reward exactly what you said, that multimedia interaction for everyone, where you're actually rewarded for it, and it's gamified, it's fun, and yeah, it's in our server. So that's something that we're that's something that we're doing, and we'll be rolling out in the next couple of weeks. We're just, as we said, we've got such a fantastic team that's coming into play at the moment, and it's really just lining up all the new ideas coming in, all the affiliations with other projects, protocols, everything, just bring it all together so that we can actually deliver. But part of the experience most definitely is rewarding our community with this gamified expedition, which is going to be a lot of fun. So can't wait to kick that off. But it's a stay tuned kind of thing, but it's sooner rather than later. promise you.
Exciting. Bit of alpha there, guys. There's always a little bit of alpha we're sprinkling on top. So really appreciate that tempo. And if I scroll through here, I think we're getting through those questions. So unless anyone else has anything else, we do have Crypto Psycho. Sorry, I forgot you did come up. Crypto Psycho, we've met before. Absolutely wonderful human being. Very excited about L1X and its capabilities. We know that you also are quite busy in the Web3 space. Feel free to say hi.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt when the flow was going. I thought I'll wait to be invited to speak. No, I find L1X probably about the actual day you had the event with Kevin in the offices I think it was about, I don't know, 5-6 weeks ago, and I think it was yourself or someone else in a Twitter group that posted that L1X is having an event in Perth. And I remember at the time I was at work in Ellenbrook somewhere, and it was about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I just literally packed my tools up, jumped in the ute, got home, showered, straight down to Perth, and I didn't have a clue what L1X was at the time. I had an inkling it was like a blockchain with a name, but yeah, it's the best move I did, because it's like serendipity, because it's like everything that we were kind of looking for we found with L1X. And after meeting the team and getting to know everybody and all the community what turned up, it's weird. It feels like being in Web3 and having the opportunity to be in like Telegram groups, Discord groups, Twitter spaces. You really connect with people on like a really deep level. But when you can add on top of that like IRL events where you can meet people face to face, it's such I don't know, it adds another layer, another dimension on top of it. So like I can't really express how bullish I am on L1X. Like when you say you're looking for a unicorn, like this is the first unicorn I've ever seen since 2018. So I'm proud to be part of it and hopefully working alongside it. And yeah, it's an exciting time to be in Web3 and blockchain.
Definitely, very well put. Yeah, and I know you come from more of like the Web3 gaming scene, as particularly with what you're working on currently. So, as far as Web3 gaming, what do you think that means for the future with L1X?
I mean, gaming. It's the thing is with Web3 and like a mass adoption, it's got to come through everyday use cases. So nothing that's crypto specific, nothing that's techie specific. Mm-hmm. Just stuff that regular people socially interact with on a daily basis, whether that be through social media, whether that be through gaming, and one that's really taking off is like music as well. And it's just stuff that people do on a daily basis that's putting power into the people rather than the big companies that are behind them. And gaming's one of them, because it's basically giving everybody, besides the chance to enjoy being part of the community and enjoy playing really insane games, it's giving them financial reward to actually play to earn on a lot of these games. And if the game companies actually create a game which is for gamers and not for blockchain, then it's going to benefit so many people around the world, and it already is to a degree. And I think L1X just allows that to happen, because right now you've got all these different blockchains that are anything but interoperable. I mean, the closest you've probably got is Polkadot, but that's creating an ecosystem within an ecosystem, because you have to be part of their ecosystem for it to be interoperable. And L1X just like really puts a spanner in the works, because it connects everyone and it connects everything. So like for gaming, it's fantastic, because it doesn't matter what chain you're on, it doesn't matter what where you're building, because you can bring it all together with L1X. Yeah. And it's exciting, and you don't need to be techie to understand it all. You just need to know it's going to create adoption, because it's going to get rid of a lot of barriers what are in place, and soon them barriers are going to be gone, and that's when blockchain will really open up and Web3 will really connect the world.
Couldn't have put it better myself. I mean,
Amen.
Look at that. Go for it.
No, I was just agreeing. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that, because that's definitely where we're headed.
100%. Like I said, couldn't have put it better myself. You're exactly right. I often think of LayerOneX as the glue between all chains, and that means that we will be, between every transaction too. And that's why we're so wonderful, is we don't necessarily require people to migrate to our ecosystem. We will naturally become a part of every other one, which is super bullish. But thanks for jumping up, Crypto Psycho. Always wonderful to hear from you, and we really appreciate your participation, just in the everyday even. So thanks again.
Yeah, no worries, appreciate it, and yeah, glad you're all here, and glad Kevin created what he created, because he's made a fantastic project and a brilliant community.
100%.
Well,
Great shout out back to the founder there. That's awesome. Thanks, Crypto.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
All right. So I think Dennis was up next. Dennis, wonderful to have you up here. It'd be great to hear from you a little bit about you, how you came across LayerOneX.
My God. Do you hear me?
Yeah. We hear you.
All right. Well, like I said to Red, he put me on the spot, and really don't know what to say, but I'm very happy to be part of this, be part of history. And it's 4:00 now. I'm in the Netherlands. I live in Holland. I also lived in Australia when I was young, where part of my family still lives. So it's it's great, mate. I'm listening to these AMAs every week, and every time there's something else, something new, it's just amazing to go on this roller coaster ride. Just want to see how it ends.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is it will never end. And that's the what we're working on right now, is making sure that we will constantly have runway ahead of us, always have new big exciting things we're working towards, I think I even heard from Kevin, he said, I will not retire until LayerOneX is integrated with absolutely everything, and my great grandkids are using tech that's running on LayerOneX tech. We will not stop, and we're pretty excited for the future. But yeah, appreciate it, Dennis.
Me too, mate. Last week we talked about $1 trillion market cap, so let's go there.
We appreciate the bullish sentiment. Thanks so much for jumping up, Dennis. And I'm pretty surprised we're filling this time pretty well, and it's really, I think it's brilliant to hear from the community, for them to pop up and have a chat, have a discussion, tell us about them. Let us know, guys, if you enjoy this format so far, because we could end up doing this a little bit more often. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, Dirk Oz, I get a sense that you might be from Australia.
Yes, mate. It's a bit of a dead giveaway there with the Oz in the name.
Yeah.
But for people around the world, say thank you very much for coming on board. It's a pretty exciting time. I've been following from pretty early on, since before my birthday, which is so I'm really pleased to hear what's been happening. And congratulations to whoever that guy was that won the 100,000.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Is that enough for him to become a validator or something?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's enough for many things. I wonder if it's enough to buy an island. This is pretty. We spoke with him. And he couldn't have gone to a better person. Just super appreciative, massive supporter. We actually have a statement to release soon from this person who is choosing to remain anonymous, but pretty heartwarming message from him that we'll be sharing with the community soon. But yeah, no, you're bang on the money there.
Yeah, so I did notice there were a couple of people commented, said, "Oh, that would have been great to have 10 winners."
Yeah, and I do agree. So this is a sort of a once off at the moment, and this was an incredible opportunity for those that got involved. But in future, and this is something we're working on at the moment, is making sure we can reward as many people as possible, and still have those really exciting big ticket items to chase after. But that was just a little taste test. I know this was something that's set up quite a while ago during the pre-sale before a lot of us were here.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. When we start rolling out, some of these exciting initiatives in the campaign, there will be plenty more opportunities for some of these pretty exciting prizes.
Yeah. So, well, not so much interested in the prizes, but to hear more about the groups, the developers, what they're going to be building, and basically we're going to have customers of L1X, really, other users. And I've been reading in from the background of LinkedIn a bit more, and the Medium articles, and a bit on Reddit, and not so much Instagram. So I think the idea of going across many forms of media is a good idea, because not everyone even has a Twitter account. I mean, it sounds a bit crazy, but I didn't have one until just a few months ago, really. And I've been looking at things, commenting, talking about, and lo and behold, there's a few followers who actually listen to what I do.
Oh, awesome.
But and that's what Tempo said. She'd noticed me there. I went, okay. So so maybe through the LinkedIn or maybe through the Twitter. I'm not quite sure where she saw that. But I'm appreciative to say, hey, and people like Bronx, he's been really active too. I've been watching what's happening with the L1X AI bot on the Discord. He's been testing it out pretty well, and I think is a really I think that's a feature that a lot of other Discords probably been dreaming about but have never done. So maybe we can get some push on that aspect to say people will come to have a look and ask questions, which is what we really want, the interaction.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you bringing that up too, and that's part of the testing and iterating that we're doing at the moment with the community. We're testing out certain things and seeing how it's received, and from what the feedback I've received is that the AI bot, the L1X virtual machine, has been super exciting for people to be able to engage with and try and test its knowledge base. I did have to flag that, it is an AI bot, so it does sometimes have interpretations that are not, 100% accurate. And we do have limitations on the characters as far as like how much information we can fit in. But for the most part, it's pretty helpful.
I did notice in the Discord you had commented on that. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things not every Discord user, I think, understands that as soon as you put an emoji on it, it means, okay, you've seen it, you've heard it, and you might remember it. But just to say, to support that. And so the same goes for the multiple avenues of media. Say without the metrics of everyone saying like, comment, retweet, that kind of thing, the exposure doesn't explode, which is what we really need to happen. So it's more and more people coming on board. It's going to flood the Discord with so many more questions. It gets pretty can get out of hand. So
Yeah,
That's what we've got to
100%. And that's a very good point. You know, we're kind of like, we're not quite opening up the valve yet with this massive pipeline, because once we open that valve, we're going to have an absolutely insane amount of traffic flooding through. And so we want to make sure that we're ready on the other end to be able to create this incredible experience. And a very good point. And also, I have noticed as well, your profile picture there looks awfully a lot like the L1X logo when it's in its animated form. I don't know if that's a little...
I actually tried that out on Microsoft on Bing AI. And in that early competition, that was, on the Discord, a few guys pulled that thing. So I remember that was pretty much my first try of an AI voice to imaging.
Wow!
And I think on about the fourth time, I ended up with that image, which is as close as I could get.
Awesome.
But
yeah, great to hear.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you jumping up, Dirk, because as I said, it's wonderful to hear from everyone, especially from everyone having very different experiences with Web3, coming into L1X from different avenues. And I think it's always important to be able to tap into the community, get their input. And I think it's been a wonderful experience for everyone to be able to hear from some of their community members. We all sort of imagine what people sound like, but when we actually hear from them, it helps us to complete the image. So we are running out of time now, guys. We're coming towards the end of the AMA. We still have a few minutes here. So thank you, Dirk, so much for coming up. Are you Perth based, or you over east?
East side.
East side. All right. We still love you. But it would be if we are running an event at some stage over there, it'd be great to meet up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in the nation's capital.
Nice. No need to show off. We know Perth is desolate and isolated, but yeah, no, that's awesome. That's amazing.
It's a big trip. I've set foot in Western Australia. That's the closest I've got.
Yeah.
And I was in the deep outback on that great big red road, and just set foot in Western Australia, took a photo, and then came back to doing some work there.
Yeah, awesome.
So that's good.
Thanks again, Dirk, for popping up. I think we're going to give Omega a couple of minutes, and then we're going to wrap up the space. So thanks again, mate.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cheers. Always good to hear from an Aussie battler. There we go. Omega, thanks for popping up.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually popped off out of consideration of time, so I don't want to hold this up, but I just wanted to jump on to say hi to everyone. And Big Turns, I know I've talked to you a few times, but in this short while that, we've been opening up the Discord, I've met so many great people. And of course, I originally came over from EMP, so I've known Red for, believe it or not, almost a year. The same with Super Beans, D Generation X. I've known all those guys. Great family, as I call them. They've always been there to help out, and obviously they're very much involved in the Discord here, and we're in good hands. But just want to say, I know Chief and Spark are really busy, the two big juggernauts in the space right now. And I really think this is just going to absolutely explode. But I just wanted to say real quick, I had an unbelievable opportunity. I don't know if it'll happen again, but I actually got to meet Chief and Spark in Miami. So when I heard that they were going down there, of course, I jumped in my car. I'm in Florida, about 4.5 hours away. But it didn't hesitate because I am so bullish on this project. When I first heard about it, it was like, really? Are they going to be able to do all this? And just talking to Kevin and what he's releasing, what keeps coming out each time, what Tempo's doing, really the whole team, Cryptonaut working on the wallet. just really, there's so many moving parts, but they're all moving in the same direction. And meeting those guys in person was unbelievable. I got to meet Red too, so shout out to him. He's an amazing guy. And man, these guys are working around the clock, doing so much. And the stories that they tell, the people they meet, everyone is just really excited about what L1X can do. And Big Turns, you were talking about how it's easy for projects and devs to utilize the L1X protocol to their benefit. And I think the amazing thing is what Kevin put together is allowing them to connect, because what does that do? That gives them a taste of what L1X can do. And I think the real eye opener is initially they're going to dip their toes in and see how it works and realize how fast and more efficient it is without a bridge and, just the low gas fees. And then that will hook them in, and there'll be no reason why they won't build on L1X. I mean, once they do that, they can fully open the throttle and take advantage of everything that this has to offer. I mean, being able to have NFTs on one protocol and then have it show up on multiple protocols, rewarding in DeFi projects, being on one chain and rewarding on another chain. I mean, that's like a developer's dream to be able to do something like that. I mean, look right now, Pulse Chain just launched. There was a lot of hype around that. The bridge just opened the other day, and today I know one person that's been waiting an hour and a half to get their funds moved over. So imagine what that feels like to have $20,000 locked up and you're wondering if you're going to get it on the other end.
Yeah.
This is going to be something that's going to be in the past. I mean, in August we launch, and now we're able to move from silo to silo with no bridge. I mean, it once people get a taste of that, there's no going back. Yeah. It's kind of like going from black and white to HD TV or an old phone with a cord. I used to use a 25-foot cord to talk on the phone around the corner so my parents wouldn't hear me. And here we are today with smartphones that are more powerful than the first space shuttle. So this is really moving quick. I'm really excited to be here, and I won't take up any more time, but good to talk to everyone. And I like this format. Great to hear from the community. I'm glad a bunch of people jumped on.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Omega. It's so great to hear from you. You're bang on the money with so many points there. For example, like I remember using like a decentralized exchange to go from one chain to another. And they basically said, look, use at your own risk because there is a chance you might not get your funds. So like you said, that will be a thing of the past. And really what we're doing with LayerOneX is we're just opening up the door for opportunities, for limitless possibilities. It's going to be our community. It's going to be our ecosystem of projects that will be building out the future. So we're just providing them with that tech that they need to do it. So once again, guys, thank you so much. This has been the LayerOneX Season 1, Episode 9. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day or night to spend with us and hang out with the community. Once again, if you did enjoy this format, by all means, please share that feedback with us. If you didn't, or if you have any other suggestions, obviously share that with us too. We're all about improvement here. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and we'll see you on the next AMA.